Everybody ready? Welcome to Grizz Cat Week. Coach, you got a lot of momentum now heading into the rivalry game. What do you take away from last week where you can apply to this rivalry game with a very good Montana State team coming in here?
Yeah, no, it's interesting playing rivalry games back to back, and I don't think that's probably how it should be going forward. I hope it isn't. But winning the first rivalry game of the year was great. I thought our guys gave great effort at Idaho. I thought we executed well, and to win like that was certainly a big win for us. I think we're a young team that's getting better, and we're excited about it. So we've had a couple of days to enjoy that, and now we'll start turning our focus towards the next one.
What do you know about Montana State this early in the preparation?
They're really veteran. I'm looking at their depth. I think they got 24 juniors and seniors, and they're 2 deep, which is, I think, about our number of freshmen. So, they're far more veteran than we are, and certainly that is a great advantage in this game. But we're watching the film and trying to put a plan together.
Questions?
Coach, what's specifically unique about this whole week leading up to Saturday?
It's a rivalry game, so everybody, our preparation is uniform, week in, week out. My opinion is anytime the Grizzlies play, it's a big game, so our preparation is uniform through the season. It won't differ any this week, but the difference is everybody's attention in our home state is focused on Missoula, Montana this Saturday.
Obviously, the turnovers are the obvious thing, but what in the last couple of weeks, in addition to that, has allowed your offense to be as efficient and as good as it's been?
Yeah, we just play better. It's not much more complex than that. You said it. It's take care of the ball and play a little better.
Montana State's defense is probably the strength of its team in a lot of ways. What do you see out of their defense, especially up front?
I think the quarterback's the strength of their team.
That would be another one.
Anyway, I cut you off. What'd you say?
No, well, just their front seven in particular against the offensive line. And what do you do to prepare for that group?
We watch film, meet and practice. That's how you prepare. But I think their defense in front is the strength of their defense. Yeah.
And when it comes to Troy, obviously he's so good in playmaking, especially when things break down. How do you go about attending to that?
Well, he's a good athlete. He's a good player. We got to go play. That's what it's about. You got 10 other guys out there too that are helping him. So, we just got to go play hard, and hopefully we play well.
Josh, when it comes to trying to contain Troy Anderson as a group, and you specifically, what do you see in his game when it comes to him, and then what he is to their offense?
As Coach said, he's a good athlete, good player. We're excited to get our assignments today, and we just got focused on doing our job. That's really all it comes down to, is doing our job and our assignments.
This being your last Cat-Griz game, the last two obviously didn't go the way you wanted it to. What sort of emotion do you have heading into this week now?
Preparation doesn't change week to week. We take it day by day, try to get better. Like Coach said, it's a rivalry game, so that ups everyone's excitement. And honestly, right now I think every player is just taking it day by day. Get better, focus on the assignments what the coaches have for us, and when it comes Saturday, then it'll be game time.
Coach, obviously they like to run the ball first, but it seems like since they've changed offensive coordinators even more so, they're running it down teams' throat. You haven't gotten a chance. There hasn't been a lot of film on what he likes to call only a couple games. What have you seen since they've changed offensive coordinators?
I haven't looked at it in that regard. We'll get to that. Really, I've just looked at cut-ups so far. I haven't looked at the games, so I don't really have a good answer for that.
Dalton, over the last 4 weeks, I think Sammy's caught 2 touchdowns in the whole games. Why has the deep ball to Sammy been more successful recently?
I
I don't have a great answer for that. We've just been connecting. He's done a great job of creating separation, and Coach Rosie's put in great game plans to get him open, and we've been able to connect.
Dalton, I know you haven't been in one of these games before, but from the moment you got here, how is it kind of portrayed of how important this game is?
I'd say it's a very important game as far for the whole state of Montana and for the university here. That's what everyone's been telling me. So for me, I know I'm just taking it as just like any other game, and just want to go out there and play.
Oh, obviously, everyone talks about how Troy uses his legs and he's one of the best running quarterbacks in the Big Sky Conference. But had a couple games where you've really been effective with your legs. Does that put any pressure on you, or do you want to kind of go out and prove that you're just as good of an athlete?
I just want to go out there and win, no matter what it takes. Just want to go out there and win.
Dalton, do you guys feel like you've been playing your best football at this time of year, as the regular season winds down, and you guys feel like you're finally hitting on all cylinders?
I think our offense is definitely clicking, and I think all three facets of the game have come together, and we've shown what kind of team we can be when we play fundamental sound football and work together as a team. So,
Coach, there's also playoff implications in this game too. Is that something that crosses your mind at all about the importance, adding more importance to this game?
Not really. We don't really control any of that, so we just, this game's got enough import in and of itself, so don't worry about that too much.
Coach, have you ever worked with or coached against Jeff Choate before? What do you know of him?
I've known him for a long time. Coached against some other places and all that, so like we know everybody else.
Bobby, how do you describe what this rivalry means to you?
Well, I grew up in Montana. I went to this university, so it's a big game. It's a rivalry game. It's what's good about college football, generally speaking, is teams that don't have a traditional rival are missing out on something pretty cool, and we do. We actually have a couple of them. We played one last week. But certainly the in-state rivalry game's the top one for us, and we're lucky we have a great rivalry.
Are there any rivalries that compare to this at other places you coach?
I haven't been in Alabama, Auburn, or Arizona State. They're pretty fierce. But in terms of the ones that I've been a part of, this is the most hotly contested.
What's one moment from the history of this rivalry that really sticks out to you that you remember?
Little brother blocking a punt on him out here for a touchdown that kind of sprung us to victory in whatever 88 I think it was. That was pretty fun.
Josh, how about you being here now for 4 years? What does this game mean to you?
Like I said earlier, the game is a game of football. Everyone loves to play the game of football. I think that it is a rivalry game. It ups the anticipation, the excitement, everything along those lines. Everyone's excited to go out and play, but you can't put your focus on Saturday right now. You got to put your focus on today. Get better today.
Josh, can you talk a little bit about your fellow linebacker Dante Olson breaking the school record for tackles in a season? What makes him so efficient out there, able to rack up the tackles he has this season?
You're using blockers.
Shaw, Reggie.
Shaw, Reggie, you're using blockers.
His hard work, I think any coach will say that too. He's one of the hardest working people I know. He's dedicated. He loves the game of football. He always wants to get better and improve. And I think, that shows on Saturday, obviously. So nothing respect and happiness for him. I'm glad he got it, and excited to see him, continue to get better every day.
Coach, what happened that led to Jeremy Calhoun no longer being on the team?
He decided he didn't want to play anymore.
Does that significantly impact offensively what you want to do at all?
No.
Okay.
Josh, what about the challenges of playing a running quarterback for a defense, and what are some of the things that stand out that you have to really prepare for this week?
Like I said earlier, he's a good player, and we got a pretty good running quarterback right there too. So we'll get our assignments, the game plan, everything. Look deeper into that, and whatever the coaches ask of us, that's what we're going to do. So.
Couple more.
Bobby, do you expect Jeremy to play this